I'm Katy Yardley.
I'm Mark, and welcome to Katy's Kitchen.
Today we are going to be cooking Swedish meatballs. So what we're going to do is we've got our meat, and we're going to put it into the bowl.
Just a little cheese.
Yeah, honey, this recipe doesn't call for cheese, but you know what? You get to grate the onion.
Oh, it's a good thing I love onion.
1/2 to 3/4 of it, okay?
Guaranteed not to make my eyes water.
So while he's grating the onion, I've got the meat in. I'm going to take the Ritz crackers, which one thing I did do with the Ritz crackers, as you can see, they're still in the original bag. I just take and slowly break them up in there, then just open it up, and we want to add our 2 eggs, fresh ground nutmeg, some allspice, the garlic powder, and don't be shy, you want some salt. Honey, you've done such an amazing job on that onion. Okay, I need the juices that are on there too, so don't let them fall off. I'm gonna take just the chopped onion. This is where it gets really messy. As you guys all know, when I do my meatballs, I like to use my hands. These are the best tools you have in the kitchen. So just start mixing everything up together, and you wanna get everything mixed up really well. And then we'll start rolling them up in the balls and putting them on our cookie sheet. But for this dish, I like the small, tiny meatballs. Roll them up and set them on a pan with your parchment paper. All right, once you get your meatballs all on the pan, and as you can see, as I'm going along, my meatballs get a little bit bigger and bigger. So I kind of ran out of a little bit of room, but it's okay. With meatballs, you know, unlike cookies, they actually shrink a little bit as they cook instead of expand, so they'll be just fine. So we're gonna put these in the oven at 375 degrees for probably about 25-30 minutes. This is the time we make the sauce. All right, let's put our 4 tablespoons of butter. I like to let my butter melt a little bit before I put the flour in. And then once you put your flour in, you wanna cook it till it starts browning a little bit, stirring constantly with a whisk. Part of the reason why you want to cook your butter and flour until it browns, that way you don't get the raw flour. You want it nice and cooked before you add your liquids.
So you just a little bit at a time? You don't want to pour it all in at once?
No, you don't want to pour it all in at once. You do a little bit at a time, and it will continue to thicken. So when you pour more in, it's going to seem like it's really thin, but really it's not, because it's very liquid still. This is where I want to add our tablespoon of the beef paste. 1 cup heavy cream. We'll add our mustard. Don't get mad at me if these aren't traditional Swedish meatballs. This is my version. All right, a little Worcestershire. Mix that in and then just let this simmer. Anyway, we're ready to take them out of the oven, and they look spectacular. They've held their shape nicely, which is exactly what I was looking for with our lean Steakburger. Sometimes it does better in the oven. Those are absolutely gorgeous. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the meatballs into the sauce and then let it cook in the sauce for about 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. So today we are actually having ours with some egg noodles. Oh wow, look at that. He didn't even wait for me, he was so hungry. All right,
how was it?
That is
delicious. Incredible.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that good?
I really hope you guys go and try this recipe. You can cook your meatballs in the pan if you want, but if you're using the Yardley Steakburger, I highly recommend that you bake them in the oven and then put them in the sauce and let them cook for about 10 minutes or so in the sauce. The flavor is spectacular. So I'm happy you like them, honey.
Yes, thank you.
My Swedish meatballs.
Very delicious.
Perfect. We will be right back with more at your leisure.